Hi guys, welcome back to Maple and Roots. I'm so glad you guys have stopped in. If you don't know me, my name is Bethany. I have 6 kids, 5 at home, 1 in college. We are a passionate homeschool family. I feel like I don't talk about really anything other than homeschooling, but that's okay, right? I love cats. I love cheese. I love coffee. I love, I guess, things that start with the letter C. And if I could describe our life right now, it would be like that episode in The Office when Dwight pretends that there's a fire, but it's not really a fire and it's absolute chaos and there's like cats falling out of the ceiling. It's a good representation of our life right now. I might be being a little dramatic, but you know, this is what it is. Anyway, welcome back. If you're new here, I'd love for you to take a minute to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for all my future uploads. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Maple and Roots. At Maple and Roots. Apparently we watched too much Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, I'm really excited about today's video and I have been actually waiting to share this with you. I was approached earlier, about last month, about a brand new curriculum that is kind of a game changer. In fact, this curriculum isn't really like any other curriculum. And I know what you're going to say, like, Bethany, we're not spending money on curriculum this year. And I hear you and I understand what you're saying, but I feel like this one is so good that I can't not share it. And I don't know if I would classify it as like normal curriculum versus, it's not a devotional. I don't know how to classify it. I don't know where to put it, but I think it's super valuable, especially for busy families. And I feel like if you're going to invest into anything this year, this is something that you should invest into. So that's kind of a big deal, right? Because I'm like, I need to be free on everything in my life right now. But this curriculum is really interesting. It's really fascinating. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So without further ado, let's get to today's video. Campfire Curriculums. This is a game changer. This is a curriculum created for families, busy families, homeschool families, public school families. Really, any kind of family can use this. You can do it 1 day a week. You can do it every day a week. You could do it 1 day a month, really, and still get the value out of it. Of just like, we're going to focus on this and we're going to learn something new and we're going to spend time together and we're going to grow as a family and we're going to grow spiritually because there is that spiritual aspect. It is a Christian curriculum, which I feel like is important to know. Campfire Curriculums was created by a veteran dad, and you can read more about him on the website. He apparently has a really long resume, and actually it's pretty cool to read about. And they made this with thinking about dads and being a part of their family, and instead of being so busy with activities of sports and dramas and plays and all of those things, of being able to center as a family and learn something new, do something new, but having that valuable time, that face-to-face time together. And I love that, especially nowadays, especially in 2020 where we're busy and we're stressed and we're trying to get back to normal life. But we might not have activities even going on right now. But when we do have activities going on, you know, it's still hard to spend that time as a family together, and our family time is usually cut so short. This curriculum is supposed to be done about 20 minutes a day. They say not to go any further than that. Just do it for those 20 minutes and take that time to connect as a family. This is a unit-based curriculum, and their pricing structure kind of reflects that. You can pay monthly for units, or you can kind of pay as you go. And as you pay as you go, I think what I've seen is that the pricing goes anywhere from $14 to $29, which is really incredible pricing, I think, for something. And it is so packed full of goodness. So packed full of goodness. Let me just tell you. Campfire Curriculum, I'm going to read it right here off their website, is the only experiential extracurricular study with a mix of Charlotte Mason, job shadowing, an apprentice, from incredible experts, family bonding, and godly foundation rolled up in one, from home in 20 minutes. That's a lot. Okay, so just to recap, it is Charlotte Mason based, so you really give small appetites, right, of this beautiful, rich curriculum, rich foundation, this rich living curriculum, and it is job shadowing. So each unit picks a different job or or experience. Like camping is like their first unit that they came out with, and it really digs in deep into that. So you're really learning different things, and they have like so many cool ones coming, like so many cool ones. So the first, sorry, there's a hair in my mouth. Always gets stuck to my lip gloss, man. So the first one is like camping, and it's not just like pitch a tent in your backyard camping. It's like learn about all the different kind of camping, like maybe camping in the cold, camping at the beach, camping like military style camping, camping in your backyard, minimalist camping. Like it goes into that much detail, and then at the end it challenges your family to do your own overnight camping trip, which I think is really awesome. And even makes it like you can go somewhere and go camping, or you can literally camp in your backyard or your living room. Like it's that amazing that it accommodates all different families and lifestyles. That was super attractive to me, especially as it's getting cold here and mama ain't sleeping in a tent outside when it's cold. But I will sleep in my living room, maybe. So it offers this experience from people in the profession that you're studying, or in whatever it is that unit is focusing on. And it gives a lot of detail. So in the ER doctor one, which is so much fun, and we're actually going to be using that as a science unit because I do my sciences in unit. So we're going to be using that as our science unit next semester. And I will do a video on that when that comes, or when we do it, to go a little bit further into it. But like the first lesson talks about like a human heart, and like what does a human heart feel like? Like it feels like raw chicken apparently, which I don't even like raw chicken. So, I mean, nobody likes raw chicken, but like I don't touch raw chicken. So it's just like that cool that it goes into that detail. And then it gives so many activities, and it specifically says like you don't have to do every single activity. In fact, they encourage you not to do every single activity. But it has a lot of different things that I've never even thought about doing, and kind of taking like all these amazing Pinterest ideas and filtering them and putting them into one place for you to kind of choose what you need to do. It's also broken up into different levels. So there's elementary school, middle school, high school, and adults. High school and adults might be the same one. I don't have a high school at home right now, so I didn't look closely. So that's great. So you can print out your elementary school ones and your adult ones and do it along with your kids. Now for me, we usually choose to do things on the iPad together. It's just easier. It saves paper and ink, because in my life, I have kids who draw on all of our computer paper so that when we actually need it, it's gone. And there's always computer paper everywhere. So I do like to consolidate it onto the iPad. I did this with GatherRund as well. It just makes it easier for us, but you definitely can print them out, or you can pick and choose your papers that you want to print out. Some of the subjects that they're covering are a boat captain, which is so cool. Climbing, like rock climbing, camping, as I said, professional chef, judge. Those are ones that are coming, which is so fantastic. I'm just going to open it up so that way we can, let's see, so I can share all of them with you. It's got the real Pirates of the Caribbean that's coming in September. That sounds amazing. Island life, which is really cool. As I said, the emergency room doctor, firefighter, gardening, pilot, farming, square foot gardening. I need that one. Scuba diving, and ice through professional investigator. So it's taking all of these things that your kids might be interested in and focusing in on it. And so I love that because it kind of almost takes like a child-led learning approach. So like if you know that you have a kid who is super into like private investigation or becoming a detective, how great as a family to study and use this unit together. Like that is so awesome. I think, like, I love that. I just think it's really fascinating. My kids have really enjoyed looking at this and deciding, hey, we want to do this one. We want to do that one, the Pirates of the Caribbean one. That one, they are like chomping at the bit to do. So that's really exciting. I want to do square foot gardening because you guys know I love to garden. So I love it. It's so awesome. And you have this time that you're sitting there doing together. When you open up the curriculum, I'm going to actually open it up right now so I can show you guys. So there is lots of different aspects on it, and I'm just going to kind of scroll through. This is, let me get the beginning. Oh, that is the beginning of this lesson. First of all, the artwork in this, can you guys, hopefully you guys can see this. The artwork in this is absolutely beautiful. Like, it is so attractive to the eye, and I feel like when you have beautiful artwork and it's not cheesy, it makes it so much more desirable to do for me and for my kids. And so let's see. This particular chapter is talking about the trip that, or the camping trip that you're going to do. In the beginning, it just talks about, you know, like, hey, shut off your electronics. That's so awesome. And I do want to note that there's a spiritual side to this as well, where they can kind of connect it into faith. They may talk about a passage or scripture or a Bible story, and I love that. So the very first one in the camping one, it talks about Adam and Eve and the garden, and you know, just tying it all together. So you're also opening up and having these faith conversations with your children, which we need more of. You know, those conversations shouldn't just be left for, you know, after church on Sundays or just in the small time that you do devotionals. It's amazing to have these conversations all day long in all aspects of your education. And I absolutely love that. So in this one, it talks about like preparing for your campsite. It's got things, clear out rocks, you know, ants, branches, bugs, things like that. And oh, actually this one has a challenge for family members with their electronics. So seeing who can win the most without being on their electronic device, my husband and I would lose. So, or will lose, I should say. I also want to apologize because this time of year, I'm allergic. Basically, the whole entire world is trying to attack my nose. So, and my sinuses. So it talks about, like in this part, it says faith talk. We put a lot of effort into making sure our trips go well. We plan everything out. We pack everything we can think of. We spend a lot of time. And then it goes into John 14, 1-3, and it talks about being in our Father's house and how he's gone to prepare a place for us. And it just really ties in, and it gives you the opportunity to have those talks. And what I love, on their YouTube channel, they recently came out with a video and they were asking, like, you know, what testimonies do you have from this curriculum? And I love that it's not just for experience or for learning about a certain thing, but it's really looking at the spiritual aspect as well in the hearts of our children and of our family. And that's what it's all about. It's our job to foster this, and part of this, it's our job to foster our children's spiritual health and their love of Jesus, and to prepare and to show them. And it is amazing when we have tools that come alongside us to do that. Then at the end of the lessons, they just have these little boxes where you go through them. They also cover, like in their activities, they like to cover different types of learnings, which is really amazing. Tactile and kinesthetic, tactile and auditory, and then it gives you a family challenge. It's really wonderful. It's really beautiful. And then it, you know, goes on to the next subject. So the next one after this is talking all about fire, building a fire, things like that. Really incredible. So family, we looked at the first 2 lessons, and we were kind of able to pick through, and I love, like, there's a part where you can kind of pick like where you're going to take your trip. And so we were looking at the forest ones. You can identify trees, and so it's really awesome because it's bringing in different scientific things as well in this particular one that you're able to kind of dig in deeper through. That doesn't feel like now we're going to open up a science textbook. And that's really where the Charlotte Mason approach comes from, it, where it is literally a living education, because you're taking an expert's point of view on this subject and you're digging in deeper. And that is really, really fantastic. The ER doctor one is really awesome with that too. And it's a really good way to learn, anatomy through the eyes of an ER doctor. And they're talking about different things with the heart and where it fits in the chest cavity and how the blood pumps through it. Fantastic. So awesome. So to recap, I highly recommend this curriculum. It is a great add-on to any homeschool or even public school education. It is a way for your family to center and focus and be with one another, especially involving dad, which sometimes some of our homeschool things tend to neglect because usually dads are busy, unless you're in a kind of role reversal where dad is homeschooling and mom is out, whatever it is. It is a curriculum that really helps to open up these faith conversations and these faith talks and to strengthen our relationships as a family and to strengthen our relationships with God. Be on the lookout because they have a ton of units, like a ton of units being released, and it's all this beautiful, high quality art, which is so attractive to me in any curriculum. I just can't deal with boring stuff or cheesy stuff. Like I just cannot do it. But it's not even just the artwork. The content is so richly written and is so compact full of things that you can pick and choose from, because you definitely do not do it all, that suits and fits your family. I definitely highly recommend this curriculum. I think it's also like a really good one to use in the summertime when you're not doing your regular schooling, you know, to kind of focus on over the summer. And it's so flexible. Like for us, once a week is probably a really good time, like kind of Saturday mornings as a family to sit down and do, or you can really space it out, which is fantastic. I also think that this would be a really good thing for grandparents to do with kids. Like if your grandparents are local and your kids are spending time with them, it's an awesome way to kind of build connection in a way that they can always remember things. Like if they got to do this like camping trip with their grandma and grandpa, like that's so awesome too. You can find out more about this curriculum by visiting their website, which is just campfirecurriculums.com. They're also here on YouTube. Really wonderful. Like, I have a feeling that this is going to kind of blow up and be amazing because it is just amazing. Like, look at this artwork, by the way. Like, this is just on the website. It's so beautiful. Like, it has just such a beautiful, like, watercolor, like, stunning feeling. Like, it's so current with current art, and it's just really wonderful. If I haven't said that enough, it's just really wonderful. And the price point is great. If you subscribe to it, you get free monthly units, and it's $17.99 a month, which is, I mean, so less than $20 a month. You get an entire unit that you can do for the entire month with your children as a family. And that's not, like, sometimes when we think of spending time as a family, it's like, well, let's go to the movies. Well, like for us to go to the movies, it's like over $100 because there's so many of us. Or to go out to dinner, like that's so much money for us to go out to eat. Or to even really go and do any activity. And yeah, there are free activities, absolutely. But oftentimes they take a lot more time and a lot more planning. So this is a really affordable way to be able to spend time, authentic time, away from electronics, away from the noise of the world with your kids. That's a win for me. That's a win-win for me. There is also the Campfire Flame Members, which is all access, which gives you 60% off, and that's $179. Or you can buy them individually. So, and again, the prices run from about, it looks like $14.95 up through $29. What is wrong with me? $29.95. Really affordable and such a beautiful way to spend time together and learn. I also think, like, if you have like a middle schooler or a high schooler who is getting, because I should have said that before, this is for all ages. Like, this is for your whole family to do. Like, I know if Lexi was home, she would very much enjoy doing this with us as well. So it's not just for elementary age kids, it's for the entire family. I enjoyed it. So my husband enjoyed it. So, you know, if you have a kid who's in high school or getting towards having to make some decisions about their life, this is a really good way to explore career options as well. Like firefighting. Like, so if you have a kid who's like, oh, I want to be a firefighter, like it's awesome because you can dig in deeper to doing that and to learning more about it. Or say your family wants to grow a garden. There's a gardening unit and the square foot gardening unit. You can, as a family, in the winter months, study all about the gardening, or in the spring, and be able to apply that to your family. If you have a kid who has always wanted to be a pilot or fly a plane, or has always been fascinated into planes, you can study about being a pilot. It's just like that amazing that it focuses on that job shadowing and that training without having to go and like be like, okay, like how many pilots do you know in your life? Well, you might know one. I don't think I know anyone. But again, so you might know somebody, and then you got to connect with somebody, and then you usually have to pay that person to like take your child and go do it. And it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, not being able to focus like an entire month on something. So yeah, that's Campfire Curriculums. I've been so excited. I've been waiting to share this with you guys. I'm so excited to finally share it with you. And I'd love to thank Campfire Curriculums as well for sending me 2 units. They sent me the camping one and the ER doctor one. I do want to state that these are all my own opinions. I'm not being paid to say any of this. There's no monetary exchange or anything like that. It's just an awesome curriculum, and this is absolutely my own opinion on it. So I love it. Fantastic. I feel like every family would really benefit from it, especially this year, especially 2020, as it has been a crazy year for most of us, and you might need to reconnect with your family. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Maple and Roots. And until next time, I will see you. Bye, guys.